Now, Heartland Sports with Luke Randall.
If you're watching the news at 10 p.m. on Valentine's Day, you gotta love us somewhat. And we love basketball. SEMO making the short trip to Lindenwood. The Redhawks, they had a disappointing loss to the Lions in January. This game, huge for positioning in the upcoming Ohio Valley Conference tournament. Milos Nenadic opens the scoring for the Lions right here, but the Redhawks go right back. BJ Ward, Brendan Terry, the bounce pass, Luke Almodovar right there. Aeneas Futrell now for Lindenwood. The spin kind of just fits his way right in there for the Lions bucket. But then Marquez Bell, he starts to take over in this one. Gets fouled hard, gets the bucket. Kez continues to go strong. Career high 25 points off the bench. And for SEMO, that's huge because it means the Redhawks pick up a crucial win over a major conference rival. The victory's got SEMO all the way up to third in the OVC. 3 teams tied with an 11-5 record currently. And SEMO, they have the chance to go all the way to the top. A win Tuesday at UT Martin would put the Redhawks first in the league with just 3 games to play in the regular season. To the women's match, every game critical for the Redhawks. They are fighting to make it to Evansville, currently 9th in the conference. Ellie Brueggemann right there for the Lions, deep 3. Redhawks down 6-0. Kira Jones fights, gets the foul and the bucket. Overall, not a great first quarter for SEMO, but much better in the second. Carmen Taylor with the jumper. Third quarter, Redhawks stay pretty close in this one. Lexi McCulley still within single digits headed into the fourth quarter, but Lindenwood would stave off SEMO. Redhawks currently a game behind in the race to make the OVC tournament. 4 games left in the regular season. Softball was set to play 2 games at East Texas today. The afternoon game against Missouri State was canceled due to thunderstorms, but they were able to get in the morning contest against Marist. Brooklyn Sasoff had 2 Redhawks runs on the board with an RBI, and then a home run from Lily Blago. The freshman makes it 3-0. Redhawks would give up 6, but then it would be tied at 6, headed into the final inning. Guess what? Blago, the freshman, she's back with a RBI to win it. A walk-off. Redhawks finish their time in Texas 4-1. SEMO Gymnastics was at rivals Illinois State tonight. It was a strong start for the Gymhawks on the bars. First place then from Taylor Engel on vault, followed by a first for Leah Parton on the beam. And first for Reagan Sams on the floor. SEMO would take victory over the Redbirds. The Gymhawks now have their senior night coming up Friday, February 27th. But before that, a trip this Friday to Northern Illinois. Track and field was at the Heartland Invitational in Indianapolis this weekend. Strong finishes across the board. The best, Clara Billing, clearing a height of 13 feet 7 1/4 inches to win the pole vault event and break SEMO's indoor pole vault record. Last night, a lot of great high school basketball games for Heartland Hoops. Scott City got their 1,000th victory as a program. Today, trying to go for 1,001, but it's against Sikeston. Here's a wild stat. These teams are only 30 minutes apart. They haven't played since 2010. Pretty close game at the half. Max Snyder gets Scott City within a score, but the third quarter is dominated by the Sikeston Bulldogs. Jaharis Goodwin scores right there. Then Kobe Thomas takes it himself, gets the foul after, and Thomas would end the third quarter on a buzzer beater. You see it right here. Makes it a double-digit Sikeston lead headed into the fourth. Bulldogs would look to close it out. Greg Hollifield right there. And then watch this. Ben James shot doesn't go, but watch this. Markel Murray gets a dunk. Rams having to really fight their way back here, and you know what? They do that. Braden Walton gets the 3, and then Max Snyder channels it his inner Steph Curry, finds it, and guess what? He's got a couple of 3s to get Scott City right back into this one. The deficit shrinks all the way, eventually down to just 2. We'd go to the final 10 seconds. Sikeston was up 3 shooting free throws. They miss both of them. The second one right here. So Scott City, the Rams, they have a chance to send this to overtime. A 3 would do that. Caden Lowry gets the pass. Jaharis Goodwin, and guess what? He was in bounds there by millimeters. The steal. Sikeston survives a thriller. Meanwhile, the bunker shootout was today. A great pair of games, both going to OT. St. Vincent takes the girls' game. Bunker boys take the guys' game. In the girls' game, Bunker senior Kinsey Barton breaks the all-time school scoring record. 2,339 career points for Barton. That is 17th all-time in Missouri. And to close us out, Jackson girls wrestling was at districts today. Kaylee Milam winning a district title. She will head to state along with fellow Lady Indians, Maybe Novak and Lily Morningstar. That's all for sports. We'll see you tomorrow.